In 1983, one performance changed pop music forever. One song, one glove, one moonwalk, and a mystery that would follow him for years. This is the story behind Billie Jean. At the start of the 1980s, the world was already watching Michael Jackson. He was no longer just a child star or a rising singer. He was becoming a global phenomenon. But with fame came pressure. Expectations grew heavier. Every move he made was analyzed, every rumor magnified, every headline louder than the last. Behind the spotlight, he was experiencing something far darker. Letters arrived daily, some from devoted fans, others from women claiming he was the father of their children. Accusations that blurred the line between admiration and obsession. It was disturbing, confusing, and deeply personal. From that tension, an idea began to form. A song not just about romance, but about paranoia, about fame, about the danger of being loved by millions, yet truly understood by no one. He would call it Billie Jean. The name itself was symbolic, not a real person, but a representation of multiple encounters, multiple accusations, multiple fears. The lyrics would sound simple on the surface, but beneath them lived anxiety, denial, and a quiet plea for truth. When he sang, "The kid is not my son," it wasn't just a line. It was a defense, a boundary, a message to the world that not everything said about him was real. But before the lyrics could speak, the music had to set the mood. And it all began with a bass line. Slow, patient, almost stalking its way into the listener's mind. It didn't rush. It didn't explode. It crept forward with confidence, creating a mysterious tension that felt both intimate and unsettling. Michael became obsessed with perfecting it. He wanted every beat, every echo, every snap of the drum to feel precise. Legend says he listened to that groove over and over, convinced it carried something special. When the song was finally completed, it didn't sound like anything else on the radio. Minimal, yet powerful. Quiet, yet commanding. It felt cinematic, almost like the soundtrack to a psychological thriller. And when it was released, the world stopped and listened. Billie Jean climbed the charts rapidly, capturing audiences across continents. But its biggest moment wasn't on the radio. It was on a stage. May 16th, 1983. The television special Motown 25. Yesterday, today, forever. The lights dimmed. The audience buzzed with anticipation. Then he appeared. Black jacket. Fidolahat. A single white glove shining under the spotlight. Calm. Focused. Silent. The music began. Every step he took was controlled, deliberate, almost hypnotic. The crowd watched closely, unsure of what was about to happen. Then, halfway through the performance, he paused. Just for a second. A breath. A moment suspended in time. And then, he stepped backward. The movement looked impossible. Smooth. Effortless. Unreal. The moonwalk was born in that instant, and with it, a cultural shockwave that rippled across the globe. The audience erupted. Screams, applause, disbelief. In just a few seconds, he had redefined what a live performance could be. That single glide transformed him from a superstar into a legend. The impact of Billie Jean didn't end on that stage. Its music video broke barriers, forcing major television networks to embrace a new era of visual storytelling in music. The glowing sidewalk tiles, the mysterious lighting, the noir-inspired mood, everything about it felt iconic. It wasn't just a song anymore. It was a world, a feeling, a story you could see and hear at the same time. Yet beneath the success, the deeper meaning remained. Billie Jean was a warning about the dangers of fame, about how quickly admiration can turn into illusion, about the emotional cost of living under a microscope. The repeated advice, "Be careful who you love," sounded less like a lyric and more like a confession from someone who had already learned that lesson the hard way. Decades have passed, but the song refuses to fade. That bassline still echoes in clubs, stadiums, and headphones around the world. New generations discover it, study it, dance to it, and feel the same mysterious pull it created in 1983. Critics call it one of the greatest pop songs ever recorded, not just because of its success, but because of the emotion hidden beneath its rhythm. Billie Jean was never just about a woman. It was about truth and illusion, fame and loneliness, power and vulnerability. It was a statement disguised as a hit record. And even now, years later, the question still lingers in the shadows of that unforgettable groove. Who was Billie Jean?